Yo, what up? This your boy T-Dub. What's blazing in sports? We are here live. Wow. Wow, guys. Wow. Alright, so since I know this just started and this is a random live as usual when you get me in front of the camera, let me give just a few seconds, guys. It gets kind of choppy in the beginning, but you know what? While this is getting choppy, I'm going to start chopping this up because what we got here, we got something for all boxing fans to be proud of. For all combat fans to cheer for. We had two heavyweights. Great condition. One's an old lion. One's a young lion. Can that young lion roar just enough to take that old lion spot, or do that old lion have just enough war left in him to defeat that young lion? Wow! Woo! Guys, let's give it up for a great heavyweight fight that took place in the UK. 90,000 fans in attendance. The biggest match over there. Let's give it up, guys. Alright, let's do it better. Let's give it up for AJ and Klitschko! Wow! Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Alright, thank you, guys. Listen. Alright, guys, this is a really good match. A lot of people had Klitschko rolled off, just going to get wiped off the map. 4 or 5 round knockout. Some maybe even gave him 6 rounds. Just complete domination by AJ. Because looking at Klitschko's last performance and him being off 17 months, losing against Tyson Fury. I did predict, I thought Klitschko went to the distance. If it went the distance, I thought Klitschko might pull it out. If it was an early knockout, I definitely favor AJ. But what I got in this fight was a really good clash, guys. I really like this. We saw how each fighter was able to dig down deep and pour everything out to pull out this victory, and that was amazing. Let me go to some slideshow because I'm freezing up a little bit, guys, so I don't want you guys just staring at my mug as I freeze up. So let's go to something that's a little bit more appealing, guys. Give me a second. All right. As we do what we do, baby, you know that it's true. Alright, guys, so I'm just going to look at some pictures right now because I know I'm freezing up a little bit, but wow, guys, it's great. So what we're looking at right here, this is the 5th round, and we're going to get to this, guys. We're going to get to this. I might just stay here for a little bit because we got two guys, highly anticipated matchup, and I was telling my brother, which I watch a high majority of the fights with my brother, and it's crazy, guys. It's crazy. I think my brother has a 18-year fight winning streak. Basically, he picks the winner 18 years straight. He does not bet or do anything else because he doesn't want to jinx himself. And I made sure he gave me a confirmed bet before he picked this fight, and he did, guys. He went with AJ. But here's the thing, guys. This was a fight of experience versus youth. Stronger puncher versus a veteran. And we had a great clash. And the one thing about this, and I was talking to my brother before this fight even came to an end, I said, win, lose, or draw, this is the type of fight that AJ will actually grow from. Because he's been put to the war. He's been put, like this is one of the first times anybody probably even felt that he was even had a chance of losing. The first time he kissed the canvas, he got dropped with a legitimate shot. It was crazy. So let's get to it, guys. And I'm gonna touch on some things as well that what I thought each fighter done wrong or whatever. All right. So all right, they come out. Let's keep going. All right, that's good. Good announcement. All right. So, all right, in the first round, what you got, guys, you got Klitschko, who pretty much was leading with the jab. And one thing that kind of shocked me in this, I actually thought Klitschko would do more of the movement around the ring early, and I thought AJ would actually be the one that would be pressing the action. But it was different. Klitschko came out like he wanted to show, I'm here to fight you. And he used his jab. Now, even though AJ kind of, he started going backwards, I thought he done enough in the first round to edge it. He landed more of the power shots, he threw the combinations, and Klitschko was pretty much sticking with the jab. His jab was pretty accurate. I believe it was around 40%. It was pretty accurate. And we just had, 3 to 4 rounds of really good fighting, really good determination. We had Klitschko was coming out. It may have started maybe close to the mid rounds, and he would just come out with a nice 1-2. He had a really nice 1-2 all night, and sometimes he would come right out and throw that jab and a right hand, and it would land flush. And then we would see AJ, who would throw like hooks and right hands, and they would land on the Klitschko. So the thing is, you got a battle of power in here, and you want to see who was actually going to fold first, guys. And so let's get to the folding, right? So this comes to the 5th round. No matter how you got to score in the 5th round, this comes to the 5th round, and AJ came out the gate, and was just like, you know what? Because he's like, I'm tired of pussyfooting around. Excuse my French. I'm tired of pussyfooting around. And he just started throwing shots. I don't even think he was breathing. He was trying to get Klitschko out of there, because at that time, Klitschko was doing all the pressuring, and he was keeping that jab in his face. I thought at one point AJ was being almost too patient, and I thought maybe he should initiate some of the action and stop waiting on Klitschko to get off first before he does something. And he came out in that 5th round, guys. I hope you're listening to me. He came out in that 5th round and went ham. And I don't think Klitschko knew what hit him. His defense wasn't defense. It was out in front of him. He's landing every shot, right? So you can tell that Klitschko's hurt. AJ's going for the finish. And he's hitting him. He's going down. And as AJ backs up, he ended up going to the ground, right? So it is a knockdown. And it's like, but I believe that knockdown actually gave Klitschko time to gather his senses. Okay, so it wasn't one of those knockdowns where one punch and that guy's fall. It was an accumulation of punches, and you see him fading. He's trying to grab on, and then he goes down. I thought Klitschko did well coming back in that 5th round. Now this brings us to the 6th round. Let me see. Did I have a picture for that, guys? I don't remember. Hold on. Let me see if I got a picture for that. Let me see, guys. I thought I did. This may not be it. Maybe it's. Then it could be it. I don't know. We'll just go with this guy. Let's just go with this. I don't think this is it though. But Klitschko came out again with that 1-2, and they showed it in slow motion. He hit him that right hand, and he followed that right hand with his eyes and facial expressions all the way in until it landed. And when he hit AJ, you saw him kind of go back, and all of a sudden he just lost his legs. That knockdown was actually more impressive than AJ's knockdown in the 5th round, because it was like that one punch hit. Not the Canelo against American hit, because that ended, his whole life for about 2 or 3 minutes. This was one of those, it was a legit knockdown. And Klitschko was looking very well. It was a really good balanced fight. So one of the things I also thought, if Klitschko gets him into deep water, his experience would be enough to win the decision. But here is why I take my head out to AJ. Because he bounced back. He got stronger. We saw him hurt. We saw him get off the canvas. We saw him land those shots. Even when he was tired, and I was telling my brother, I said, you know what? Because there's one round he didn't do much. I think my brother said, I get up to Klitschko. I said, you know what? In my mind, I said, I think he's actually taking off a round. Because he didn't do much in that round. So I thought maybe he was taking off a round. He came up the next round, and he was throwing some really good shots, guys. It's a really good fight. And I was saying, win, lose, or draw. If it stays as course, I think it's a win for both fighters. I think it's a win for boxing. But let's get to the money maker. Let's get to what we came here for. The 11th round. Wow, guys. I don't know where to start. I know it's at least 2 knockdowns. At least 2 knockdowns. Let me see if I don't know if I got anything on here. Let me check, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Holding his eye. He by the way, he bust Klitschko eye up in that 5th round. When Anthony Joshua decided to go ham, he actually done damage besides knocking him down. He bust him up. And I would say this, Klitschko was able to do a little swelling on AJ as well. But I'm not sure if I got the final one. I'm looking. But guys, these are some good pictures to see. These pictures tell the story of the action. Really good action. That must be the drop. Trying to finish him. We doing this. Look at this, guys. In your face. You know. But let's just go back from there, guys. So what happened was Klitschko started going ham. Not Klitschko. AJ started going ham on Klitschko. And he turned around and he hit Klitschko with an uppercut. It has to be straight out of Street Fighter. Maybe it's one of those stagger uppercuts. And you saw Klitschko's whole body just do a shiver. You knew he was hurt. His meter went from that. You know, you play any kind of fighting games. You got green, yellow, and red. He was probably at maybe actually where the green meets the yellow or something. And man, that uppercut put him straight in the flash and red zone. And my brother was like, I told you. And he probably gonna drop him again. And next thing you know, he drops him. Klitschko goes down. Wow. You know, we're going crazy in there. What an amazing fight, right? And then he gets up. Too much time. I thought Klitschko was going to do a better job of holding on. He did not, guys. He did not. And he drops him again. Now this brings us to the corner. Roughly around 40 to 38, 39 seconds, 36 seconds, give or take. I do not believe a lot of the shots was clean at that time, but the fact was, up to that point, Klitschko, he didn't do anything but try to survive after those 2 knockdowns. And still, 19 wins. 19 knockouts. Wow! Woo! Let me get you guys back to me, guys. Let's do it. Y'all want to do a little face on? Let's do a little face on, guys. Let's do this. All right. All right, guys. So we should be back on me, guys. Like I said, this was, man, a really good fight. A really good win for boxing. I definitely want to touch on this. This fight had me going. It was a win. I think they got a rematch clause, so they might do it again. And I'm going to let you know this right here. Here is what AJ did even better. Besides winning, the way he conducted himself on that microphone, the way he spoke, the words he chose to say, that put him on a championship pedestal. That put him there. You know, he gave his props to Klitschko. He said nothing but the good things. He said everything of a role model. If you strive it, you should achieve it. I'm butchering my words. And I thought that made him look very well. Now, guys, since we're here, and it looks like it might be a rematch, not sure if it's an immediate rematch or not, but here's what I want to touch on. Here's some things I thought Klitschko did wrong, okay? Klitschko, he seemed like maybe a 99.99% headhunter. Why does every shot go to the head? I don't even know if he accidentally threw a shot to the body. You know, if he was just tired and his hands went down. I don't think he accidentally. Everything he threw was to the head. He either threw the jab, or he threw the 1-2, or he tried to throw the hook, you know. Now, one thing I did like about Klitschko, he did a lot of feigning. The feigning helped him a lot, because the feigning is what I believe that kept AJ from really attacking, maybe even kept him, you know, guessing and backing up, because all this movement and those little jabbing and doing those things, I think that really helped Klitschko out a lot. Now, with AJ, you know, this fight, like I said, going through this type of war, with this type of veteran, He has no choice but to win. He has no choice but to grow as a champion. To me, this is truly him stepping into that light. He was already getting some shine from it, but this steps you in there. Nobody can doubt, even at 42 years old. You know what, guys? We've seen fighters get old overnight, and I don't think Klitschko got old overnight. I think he proved that he's a worthy fighter. We saw Bernard Hopkins. I don't know if he got old overnight or maybe he got old 2 days before the fight, but man, he just didn't move the same. It just was not the same. I saw Chris Bird just didn't look the same. Guys that really looked horrible in the fights. Klitschko didn't, but here's the thing, guys. If they did a rematch, who would you pick? Who would you favor? Woo! Woo! It's a good one, guys. And another thing my brother was talking about was if AJ faced Deontay Wilder. Wow. I'm going to let you know this right here. I would like to see how AJ takes Deontay Wilder power. That'd be something right there. And I want to see, because I like the boxing ability of AJ. And I keep saying this 1,000 times. The more this guy fight, the harder he's going to be for any opponent to beat him. He's going to get better and better. And like I said, if Klitschko would have fought him when he was 25 wins, 25 knockouts, I think it would have been an even much harder fight. I think the next fight, since they done fought each other, both of them should learn. But the trick is, who do you favor? So let me get you guys back to the pictures, because it looks like I'm freezing up a lot more, and I want you guys, to be somewhat entertained. Look at some pictures or something. Here we go. All right, am I there? Boom. There we go, guys. So this one right here, this might have been an actually knockdown. So this might have been the 6th round. And this is crazy, guys. So when you're Klitschko, when you got knocked down in the 5th round, and be honest, how many of you guys thought that this was it? AJ is about to knock Klitschko out. Be honest. And this is where we got to give respect to Klitschko for being a true champion. Digging down deep to not only fight in that round, but to have success in the end of that round. And to come back the very next round and drop AJ with a flush punch. And this right here, I believe, is after the knockdown. And you see Klitschko trying to finish him, hoping to get that young lion out of there. But the thing about that young lion is, he's hungry. He wants this win. He didn't give up. He is a true champion. And once again, guys, I'd like to give all props to the UK fans for supporting all their fighters. That's amazing to me. It doesn't matter if you don't like me, if you don't even cheer for the fighter I like. But I love the way you support your fighters, and that's truly amazing right there, guys. And just on that alone, I take my hats off to you. But let's keep going with this, guys. Like I said, this is a really good matchup. I think I'm pretty much coming to the end of this. I think I touched on as much as I can off of the top of my head with this fight. Maybe if I sit down and come up with some more things. But guys, there you have it. AJ defeated a willing, a strong, not getting old Klitschko. I'm not saying he's in his prime, but this is a Klitschko that represented himself well. This is a Klitschko that if they fought the second time, that stadium will probably sell 100,000. People will be sitting on top of people. That much of a fight. But I want you guys to do me a favor before we get out of here. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. This is what's blazing in sports. This is the future of boxing. And right now in boxing, Anthony Joshua defeating Klitschko